The following is a production of the Department of Broadcasting at Western Illinois University.
Plenty of stories we're working on for you right now. Next at 4, Election Day, what one proposal might mean for your wallet. The sunny skies from our weekend are now history. What storms might be in the forecast? But the rain is not stopping the Macomb High girls soccer team from getting a start to their season. The preparation they're putting in. Emily Manley joins me on set for these stories and more now.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. News 3 starts now.
Just under 3 hours remain until polling locations across the county close.
Now, Macomb voters weren't left with much of a choice for many of its races. Most of them were uncontested. Mike Lindman is running uncontested for a second term as mayor of Macomb. He retired in 2010 as a master sergeant in District 14 of the Illinois State Police. Inman will appear here tomorrow morning on Good Morning Macomb to speak about today's election and several projects he and the city of Macomb are undertaking.
Moving to the race for First Ward Alderman, 2 candidates are running. Joshua Jefferson is running against incumbent Mike Wayland. Ward 1 covers the northwest part of the city and the area near Spring Lake. For 3rd Ward Alderman, 2 candidates are running for the office, Melvina Gilbert and Greg Hutston. Gilbert is currently the 3rd Ward Alderman. She took over the position last summer after her husband, Lou Gilbert, died in office. Ward 3 covers the northeast section of Macomb.
For Ward 4, Thomas Cook is running against incumbent Dave Dorsett. The 4th Ward covers the southern area of Macomb, near Macomb Junior-Senior High School. The proposed county sales tax increase is also on the ballot today. The sales tax sits for the state level at 6.25%, but the county sales tax is currently 0.5%. If the proposal passes, the county sales tax would increase by 0.25%. The money raised from the increase would help fix county roads.
The Student Government Association elections results are in, and News 3 would like to give a warm welcome to the 8 newly elected SGA leaders. Students were able to cast their votes via stars last week, electing Will Gradle. Gradle is the upcoming 2015 SGA president. Serving alongside Gradle is Vice President Riley Addington, and Michael Quigley will serve as student member to the Board of Trustees. Also elected as SGA senators are Aurelie Patino, Kaylin Edgar, Robin Barlow, Garrett Covington, and not pictured is Matthew Adel. The 2015 SGA board will be sworn into office at the Office of Student Activities Leadership Award ceremony on April 20th.
New at 4, the trial of a 2-year-old case of sexual assault begins wrapping up as old evidence is being re-examined. The trial began Monday. Aaron Zetterlund faces charges of criminal sexual assault. Our reporter inside the courtroom says the jury has seen numerous pieces of evidence such as articles of clothing, photographs, and DNA test results. Witnesses have included the officer that responded to the initial call, close friends of the defendant, 2 forensic scientists, and even the victim herself. Forensic scientists revealed this morning that Zetterlund is believed to be a major contributor of DNA found on the victim's clothing. According to Illinois Criminal Code, Zetterlund could face a Class 1 felony and anywhere from 4 to 15 years of mandatory imprisonment if found guilty. A verdict has not yet been reached, but News 3 will bring you more information as the trial and its development.
At Monday night's City Council meeting, a hot topic to increase water and sewer fees was approved. Now, some Macomb residents felt that the increase should not be by usage, but instead, they feel like it should not be a set amount, but instead by usage. I spoke to Dana Walker, and he expressed his feeling on that increase.
Say the YMCA across the street from me, they use 100 times the amount of water than I use at least per month. And they're paying $4 a month, my understanding anyway, and I'm paying $4 a month. Now, how can that even be considered when their contribution to the sewer plant and the water they use is 100 times the amount that I use? It's just not right.
While some residents are upset about the increase, city officials say this is a must. Both water and sewer rates will increase $2 each. Mayor Mike Inman says the EPA requires the city to charge a flat rate in order to pay back utility loans.
whether it's a small minimum use residential or a large institution or manufacturing complex. The infrastructure to get that water there is still the same, the cost of getting it there. And I think that's what the council at the end of the day took on as their position.
Residents should expect to see the increase on their bill beginning in May.
5 people are dead after a small plane crash in McLean County. Authorities say the victims were returning to Bloomington around midnight after attending the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship in Indianapolis. Search crews found the plane around 3 o'clock Tuesday morning in a farm field about 1 mile northeast of the airport. Officials are investigating the cause. And going on to weather, rain clouds look like they're sticking around for a while. Humidity is increasing and the gusts have been reaching up to 15 miles per hour today. Storm Team 3's Nicholas Stewart joins us with a look at the weather conditions in our first forecast. The guy with the awesome weather shoes, here he is. What's up, Nick?
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at the chance of severe storms over on this week, but right now we're also dealing with a really kind of dreary conditions throughout the day. Live look at the courthouse square at this hour. You can see those clouds building in. We're dealing with that fog earlier in the morning. Temperatures haven't really changed much. We're only at 56 degrees at this hour. Again, those east winds, have been increasing through the day, about 10 miles an hour now. That's what's making the fog go away. But to the west coast that we go. Here's our storm system that's getting ready to move into the Midwest upcoming the next several days, spinning off the California coast, bringing in beneficial rainfall. And as we look into the Midwest at this hour, you can see the clouds are clearing south of a warm front, and that's making the instabilities begin to rise. So for this week, we're looking at severe storms Wednesday and Thursday. They are likely. They include large hail, damaging wind, and tornadoes. We'll look at your forecast in a couple minutes. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Nick. You're definitely going to stay tuned with all the severe weather. And with that, we have a couple tips here from News 3, and especially from the National Weather Service as we look into the upcoming week. You need to stay indoors if you see anything that is going on in the area. If you see a tornado, get under a heavy piece of furniture in the interior of the house. In an open field, lay low in a ditch. And if rain floods your basement, don't try to walk through it. Not only is a sewer bacteria present, but the danger of electric shocks can be deadly.
Those are some very important tips. Make sure to take those seriously. And moving on, WIU Provost Ken Hawkinson presented a plan that would eliminate 24 university programs and review 17 others.
Now, some of those programs are merging, like broadcasting and journalism department. News 3's Shani Belshaw tells us how that will affect both departments.
Currently, the journalism program is located in Simpkins Hall as the Journalism and English Department, but the new Broadcasting and Journalism Department will be located in Salee Hall.
We thought it was a good idea to have the students and the faculty all in the same location.
Moving the journalism classes to Salee Hall will make it much easier for students like me that take both journalism and broadcasting classes. Faculty and administrators hope that the merge will build a sense of community between the two majors.
You know, part of what we do up here is we try to celebrate what people are doing and what people have done. And so we want to really incorporate that with the journalism students and faculty and alumni as well. So when people come up here, they see that there are a lot of success stories on their end as well.
I'm kind of excited that a new department's moving here. I'm also a journalism minor, and it kind of balances out. But I think there's going to be a slight, maybe overcrowding.
Some students and faculty are hesitant of the change. During the 2015 to 2016 academic year, the merged department will be reviewing areas to make changes and areas to make new curriculum initiatives. For News 3, I'm Shani Belshaw.
Journalism faculty will be moving to Salee before the fall semester. And a well-known fundraiser is making its way to Macomb this week. This Friday, the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life will be taking place on WIU's Union Quad. All funds for this event go to the American Cancer Society to help the fight against cancer. Campus and community members are invited to join in the race, and it is open to the public. Search WIU's website for more information about forming a team.
And thank you. And people still needing to fill out their income tax paperwork might be in a little time crunch. Next, what deadlines are approaching and where in Macomb you can go to fill out that important paperwork.
Sometimes all it takes to be a dad is remembering how to be a kid again. Take time to be a dad today.
Hi, may I please have an application? Thank you.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Okay.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
I think NEWS3 is great. It's all one common goal. Everybody's trying to be #1. Last year we were #1 in the nation. We beat out Florida and Oklahoma. I get to work with so many professionals. It's a really great experience, and they're always there to help, and it's just all around fun. Jasmine Crichton really does make it a real life experience that most schools maybe not. They don't offer that.
Hart, what's going on? I'm leaving. Why? What did I do? Not enough. The pressure is too much. I quit. I get it. I can do better. Just please don't leave.
Don't let your heart quit on you. Get your uncontrolled high blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late.
Now from Macomb in high definition, you're watching Franny Smith, Mario Calero, Storm Team 3's forecast with Nicholas Stewart, and sports with Danny Fry. Live at 4 continues.
The tax filing deadline is soon approaching, and the IRS requires everyone to have their taxes done by Wednesday, April 15th.
Assistant Vice President of Advancement and Public Services, Darcy Schinberger, says WIU does not offer free tax services through the accounting department like they used to.
But the city of Macomb has multiple businesses providing tax filing services.
Those include Liberty Tax Service, H&R Block, Girls Service Friday Services, Barcy Tax Business Service, Kari Calculations, Risu Butler Associates, and all of these tax services offer walk-ins or you can make an appointment. Risu Butler and Associates are booked solid.
Now this next story happens to be engulfed in irony. Take a look. Video comes from Capitol Heights, Maryland, where yes, a fire truck catches on fire. The 3-alarm blaze destroyed 2 fire engines belonging to Prince George County Fire Department. A spokesman says the wind shifted quickly from a burning storage yard and ended up consuming the trucks. 2 firefighters suffered minor burns, but they're to be doing just fine now. And now this next story is something we both can find interesting as active people. A small study looked at different post-workout meals and how effective they actually were, and found fast food replenished one source of energy just as effectively as those fancy workout shakes.
That's right. A study led by a student at the University of Montana took about a dozen males and had them work out for about 90 minutes. 4 hours later, research gave people some sports drinks and protein bars. Now, some people, burgers, fries, and soda. Not so good.
Yeah, it sounds delicious though, but the study found then they had the people bike for about 12 miles as fast as they could, about 4 hours after they ate all this food, and both groups did about the same job. The group that had the fast food and the group that had the sports drinks. Scientists say, though, this does not mean fast food is the answer. In the long term, fast food is just not good for your body.
I wish it was. I wish I didn't have to drink my protein shake or eat my protein bar afterwards, but
you know what's really good after a news read? Protein bar.
Yeah, okay. Thanks. Fantastic.
I'll have this after.
Now, the National Weather Service upgraded our area's severe weather outlook to enhanced this morning.
News 3's Nicholas Stewart joins us. The Storm Team 3 forecast next.
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours.
Dr. King, what's your next move?
In March from Selma to Montgomery.
Selma is loud for every man, woman, and child.
We will not wait any longer.
In front of a crowd.
Mine eyes have seen the glory. Glory, glory, hallelujah.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
So they say it's a man's world? I don't see anybody's name on it.
While they were doing their thing, we slowly changed ours.
Today, women can do anything men can do. And there's one thing we're even better at.
Okay, Nick, looks like we're going to be doing some tag teaming on Thursday because they did change, the National Weather Service changed it this morning to enhance,
Looks
correct?
a little intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are looking at some severe storms not only on Thursday, the bigger threats on Thursday, but also some severe threat on Wednesday as well. Right now outside, you can see the moisture is really pooling, and we had that fog earlier on this morning. That's what brought us a lot of moisture into the region. Courthouse Square right now, you can see those cloudy skies building into the entire region. And of course, right now, looking at the regional radar picture, you can see clouds are beginning to clear to our south. That's allowing a lot of moisture, a lot of instability to build in as well. For tonight, this low pressure center is going to build into the region. We have this warm front extending across northern Illinois. We're expecting some thunderstorms to fire along the warm front. That'll bring in some showers and thunderstorms later on tonight, probably about after 1 a.m. But tomorrow's when things start to get a little bit more interesting. Low pressure center starts forming over Kansas. Again, we have this big warm front extending across our area. We're expecting thunderstorms to begin developing on the warm front, as well as a dry line extending through Kansas. And for tomorrow, the Storm Prediction Center upgraded the severe outlook to an enhanced risk. That's this orange area right here. We're actually in the slight risk for tomorrow. That's Wednesday. Now, Thursday is when the biggest severe weather threat for our area looks like. A big low pressure center begins to develop over Iowa. It's going to strengthen through the day. A cold front, a very strong cold front is going to move through. We're expecting basically isolated thunderstorms to begin developing on that cold front. That could begin some severe weather, including large hail, damaging wind, and tornadoes. Again, for the Thursday outlook, this orange area, this is your enhanced risk. This includes much of the state of Illinois. We're looking at a big chance for severe thunderstorms in the next few days. Again, as a recap, storms, we are expecting storms Wednesday and Thursday. Severe storms are likely, and we're again talking about the large hail, damaging wind, and tornadoes with this threat. But for tonight, we'll get down to about 51 degrees. We're going to have the chance of showers and thunderstorms throughout the night. Tomorrow will warm up to 67 degrees above normal. Again, thunderstorms are going to be likely tomorrow as well. But look at the 5-day forecast. You can see the temperature really bottoms out Friday after the cold front moves through. Down to 59 degrees is the high. But again, look at Thursday. The temperatures, 75 degrees. When you're looking at temperatures that warm this early, you know something's going to happen. You're talking severe weather chances on Thursday. It's going to clear out in time for the weekend, though.
Sounds like Thursday we're going to have a lot of excitement, but you can stay here. News 3 will keep you updated throughout tomorrow morning for Good Morning Macomb, and again on Thursday live at 4.
Yeah, it's a shame though the weather had to cancel the doubleheader today for women or softball. I'm sorry.
Well, that's right. We'll find out more about that as around the corner. Did the rain go away for enough for the WRU softball team's doubleheader today? I think Mario just told you. Also, the Macomb High girls soccer team hosted Springfield Lamphere on Thursday. We'll have highlights. And the Macomb High softball team has been on the quest for its first win of the season, Find out if they got it. That's all next on Live at 4.
Adopting a new pet is a rewarding experience. And shelter pets make super pets. Your new best friend will steal your heart, bring you happiness, and enrich your life for years to come. You can make a difference in the life of an animal. Adopt and bring home a shelter pet today. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
What did you want to be when you grew up? Now, how do you make it happen? Think purple, think success, think Western Illinois University.
Here is my handle and here is my spout.
When I get all steamed up, then I shout.
Tip me over and pour me out. Oh. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Cheers. Take time to be a dad today.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back. I'm Danny Fry with sports. The Macomb High School girls soccer team boosted themselves to a winning record thanks to a couple non-conference W's. Let's look at MHS's contest against Springfield Lanphier on Thursday. This one at Edison Field. The Bombers on the attack early as Yanni Sadler sets it up to Bailey Hudgens, who hits the crossbar on this shot. So close, but not quite a goal. Then Hudgens would keep at it and knock this one in the back right corner of the net as the MHS Bombers took a 1-0 lead during the 25th minute. Lanphier would get some chances as well. No offsides called here as this shot barely misses off the post. MHS catches a big break there. Then the Bombers trying to cling on to their 1-0 lead at half. Late in the first half, Lions on a breakaway save is made by Hannah Morris. The Bombers would tack on 2 more goals in the second half to defeat Lanphier 3-0 and improve to 2-2 on the season. The Lady Bombers were in action again last night against Cannon at home. Win number 3 came for the Bombers then in a 1-0 victory over the Little Giants. The MHS softball team was also in action on Thursday, taking on the undefeated West Hancock Titans. Lexi Dooley clubbed a 3-run homer in the top of the 5th to put the Titans up 4-0, but the Bombers looked to counter with some defense as left fielder Georgie Hendrickson's throw to third is on a bounce, but in time as Courtney Thorman applies the tag to end the top of the 6th inning with the Bombers looking to answer. Jenna Kelso rips a screamer to left, a Bill Buckner type of play in the outfield, puts her in scoring position at second base. That is for the next batter, Zoe Lambert, who slaps a single up the middle, scoring Kelso on a late throw coming in from center field. Macomb trailed 4-1 after 6 innings. Dooley would prove to be too much on the mound for West Hancock. A strikeout looking ends the game. The Titans moved to 9-0 overall after a 4-1 victory over the Bombers, who fought hard but couldn't overcome a mid-inning 4-run deficit. MHS was still looking for its first win of the year, but yesterday that changed as the Bombers topped North Fulton 10-9 in thrilling fashion. Last week, Tyler Owings tied the Western Illinois career save record, and on Saturday, Owings broke that record, notching his 10th career save in an 8-4 Leatherneck victory at Omaha. The WIU senior broke a record set by Brian Lokensole, who is now in the Los Angeles Angels organization. On Sunday, the WIU baseball team looked for the series edge in Omaha, but the Maverick Bats were ready to go. Omaha saddled Preston Church his 5th loss of the season as the Mavericks broke the game open in the 5th inning with 7 runs. A bright spot was that Mark Garden smacked his first home run of his collegiate career. Western's game tonight in Edwardsville against SIUE has been canceled due to inclement weather. The Leathernecks are scheduled to be back in action Friday at 3 o'clock in Macomb against Summit League foe Oral Roberts. The WIU softball team was scheduled to play SIUE at this time in a doubleheader at Mary Ellen McKee Stadium, but that double dip was canceled due to heavy rain. So now Western moves its focus on a Saturday doubleheader in Macomb against IUPUI beginning at noon. At the onset of NCAA college basketball tournament, millions of brackets are filled out across the nation by sports fans, celebrities, and politicians. Mitt Romney finished in the top 0.1% of over 11.5 million brackets submitted on ESPN.com. He correctly predicted the Final Four. Romney's bracket beat President Obama's handily. I don't know about your guys' brackets, but mine made a late comeback.
Mine actually looked pretty decent last night.
Well, pulling for Duke, right?
It ended pretty good for me.
My bracket, blank sheet of paper.
Didn't even do it.
Yeah.
You're one of those guys then.
No, only Mario.
Yep.
Only Mario. Thanks. A Springfield, Illinois couple has plenty of reason to celebrate tonight.
The whopper news they received. Next.
Adopting a new pet is a rewarding experience. And shelter pets make super pets. Your new best friend will steal your heart, bring you happiness, and enrich your life for years to come. You can make a difference in the life of an animal. Adopt and bring home a shelter pet today. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
What did you want to be when you grew up? Now, how do you make it happen? Think purple, think success, think Western Illinois University.
Here is my handle and here is my spout.
When I get all steamed up, then I shout.
Tip me over and pour me out. Oh. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Cheers. Take time to be a dad today.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Weddings are a happy time, except for the stress of planning, the catering, and then when the bill comes, unless you and your significant other have a very special name combination. No, not a Baskin-Robbins wedding, but this one comes pretty close. Joel Berger proposed to his longtime girlfriend, Ashley King, this week, and the internet just went nuts. Burger King Public Relations announced today they will be footing the bill for the couple's wedding. And that just brings us down memory lane. If you're still hungry, you can make a stop at the More Bacon wedding. And the celebration at the Flintstone wedding will spark through the night. They're also considering hiring a rock band to perform. And if you're looking for a good laugh, the Hardy Har wedding sounds like a very good time.
Mario did that whole scripting for himself to make himself sound funnier for all our listeners because he can't crack a joke in the newsroom. So we love you, Mario. Nick?
Yes.
Let's see if your weather will make us laugh because it's a little scary on Thursday.
It's a little scary right now. Take a quick look at our 5-day forecast, though. You can see temperature is going to be on the increase through Thursday. 75 degrees is a high, but those warm temperatures mean one thing: danger is coming. Severe thunderstorms are likely both Wednesday and Thursday before we begin to dry out just in time for the weekend.
Sounds great.
Thanks, Nick.
Yep.
And one quick note. Congratulations to everybody on our broadcast team. NEWS3 WIU has been nominated and named as an honorable mention in the Mid-America NATIS chapter. It means we've all been working very hard, doing a great job to bring you local news and news content. And that does it for us here today at the desk. We'll continue online.
Yes. Fantastic.
For Danny Fry and Mario Calero.
And for Nicholas Stewart, I'm Emily Hanley. We'll stay on top of your news overnight, and we will bring you the latest updates tomorrow morning on Good Morning Macomb as Mayor Inman sits down with us after the elections tonight. Thank you for joining us, and have a great evening.